They were thugs. And another thing is they stopped Tyre. They all had unmarked cop cars and they were wearing hoodies, like sweatshirts that just said police. Like I would have probably ran too. Like, yo, you're pulling me over. I did nothing wrong. You guys are already throwing me out the car, trying to tase me. Yo, what's good? It's your girl KK, and today we're gonna be reacting to this video. RIP to Tyre Nichols. Everybody knows by now what happened. It is literally the craziest story that I've ever heard of personally. They nationalize whatever they want to, so they'll show you what they want to, the media. So this one is just all over national TV. They charged the officers with murder, and we're gonna react to that video.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. I'm Lexi Petrovich as we are bringing you this most recent breaking news out of Tennessee, the Tyre Nichols case that we have had our eyes on here. We now know that the 5 officers have been charged with his murder. I want to pull up this tweet again to show you exactly when this news came in. You can see the officers there. Let's talk a little bit further about what we know about this investigation so far. So all 5 of those former officers who were fired
I think it is crazy, though. I'm not gonna lie. It is crazy that all 5 officers were black and the victim was also black. Like, this is just, it's crazy because it's like, I feel like with BLM, like, black people fought so hard and this kind of just, now it's like people are saying it's blue, like it's just the police are the ones that need to be checked, and that's true, but it's just weird. Like, it's really confusing, and they are saying it was a hit now.
The death of Tyre Nichols have been booked into the Shelby County Jail. Those officers, Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills Jr., and Justin Smith were all fired from the Memphis Police Department.
That's crazy. The hospital picture that his dad took is just insane. It's crazy that they made it to the hospital because the mom said, Tyre's mom said that the officer told her, don't go to the hospital. You don't want to go to the hospital. And I'm glad that they went to the hospital.
Back on January 20th, following an internal employment investigation into their confrontation.
He was a father, like he had a little boy. His son was 5 years old. This is so sad.
With Nichols. Court records show that those officers each faced 2 counts of official misconduct, 1 count of official oppression, 1 count of second-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated assault, and 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping. The Shelby County District Attorney is expected to hold a news conference this afternoon at 2 o'clock Central Time. Of course, we'll be bringing you that update here on Live Now from Fox. They'll be giving us an update into this investigation. So this is the most recent news that we are following. That traffic stop happened.
He was just a skater boy and he liked to take pictures. All these cops right here are thugs. Every single one of them. And all of them have less than 5 years experience. They weren't with a senior officer. Like, they really just thought they could go out there and stop him for quote unquote reckless driving when he didn't even do anything wrong to get stopped in the first place.
Back on January 7th. Now, we haven't got any body camera video of exactly what happened during that struggle just yet. We are expecting that to not be released until tomorrow, but we do expect some sort of update from officials in Tennessee today. So what we want to do right now is play out the latest remarks from the police chief, who issued a statement last night telling people ahead of today's announcement to not act out violently following the new details that are going to come to light. Let's listen in here on Live Now from Fox.
In light of the horrific circumstances surrounding the death of Tyre Nichols,
there has been riots and things like that, or not riots, protests. There's been protests. Some of them have not been peaceful. So if you are out there, be careful, just be safe.
It is absolutely incumbent upon me, your chief, to address the status of what the Memphis Police Department is doing, has done, and will continue to do in furtherance of finding truth in this tragic loss, ensuring we communicate with honesty and transparency, and that there is absolute accountability for those responsible for Tyre's death. As you know, 5 Memphis police officers were terminated last week. These officers were found to be directly responsible for the physical abuse.
And what is the Scorpion unit? Like, we've never heard of that. I'm in California, you know, I've lived in Texas, I've lived in Missouri, and like we've never heard of anything like that. The Scorpion unit, they're saying that it was supposed to, you know, stop the gangs and the violence and the crime in the streets and stuff like that. But they didn't. They were thugs. And another thing is they stopped Tyre. They all had unmarked cop cars and they were wearing hoodies, like sweatshirts that just said police. Like, I would have probably ran too. Like, yo, you're pulling me over. I did nothing wrong. You guys are already throwing me out the car, trying to tase me. Like, that's crazy. I would have been scared for my life. And Tyre obviously was scared for his life.
Of Mr. Nichols. Concurrent within that investigation, other MPD officers are still under investigation for department policy violations. Some infractions are less egregious than others. As this investigation and other external investigations continue, I promise full and complete cooperation from the Memphis Police Department with the Department of Justice, the FBI, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, and the Shelby County District Attorney's Office to determine the entire scope of facts that contributed to Tyre Nichols' death. Aside from,
I will say that Memphis, Tennessee, like the lawyer of the Nichols family said, it took them 20 days to fire these 5 cops and lock them up. And he wants to use that as the blueprint. So from here going forward, whenever there's any brutality, fatality caused by the cops, they need to be doing these investigations fast.
Being your chief of police, I am a citizen of this community we share. I am a mother. I am a caring human being who wants the best for all of us. This is not just a professional failing. This is a failing of basic humanity toward another individual. This incident was heinous, reckless, and inhumane. And in the vein of transparency, when the video is released in the coming days, you will see this for yourselves. I expect you to feel what the Nichols family feels. I expect you to feel outrage in the disregard of basic human rights, as our police officers have taken an oath to do the opposite of what transpired on the video. I expect our...
This was so inhumane. I've watched it and I haven't yet seen the officer taking the pictures of him, but I did see the officer sparking up probably a black him out or a cigarette, and he was just smoking it, walking around Tyre. Like, these guys are some hood thug gangsters, and they did not need to be in police uniforms from day one. And there's also other stories of them going out, doing the same thing with Tyre to other people for no reason. No reason at all. You don't even have a reason. You're just going out looking for, you're the one causing trouble in the neighborhoods. It makes no sense.
Citizens to exercise their First Amendment right to protest, to demand action and results. But we need to ensure our community is safe in this process. None of this is a calling card for inciting violence or destruction on our community or against our citizens. And our hurt.
I'm gonna end right there, but since this video, they have fired 2 more cops, the 3 EMTs, the 2 who were the first responders. So this case is actually doing good as far as getting the people. Everyone that was there needs to be accountable. And if you watch the video, some people really don't want to watch the video at all, but there is a part where it's not only the 5 cops, but when the other cop cars pull up, you see the guy run up and kick him one time. Like, a random cop just ran up and kicked him. So I'm not gonna play that part of the video, but if you want to watch it, it's everywhere, all over the internet. Let me know what you guys think. RIP to Tyre Nichols. Prayers for his family, condolences, prayer for his mom, his dad, his brothers, everybody. It's not even like, I want to say let's just be safe, but it's like the police are supposed to keep you safe, and they haunted him down and literally killed him. So they should be charged for murder. All I can say is be safe. But they're saying it was a hit, that Tyre was dating one of the officer's baby mamas. Something like this is just 9 times out of 10 from the police. It's probably just not gonna happen. Usually they'll do something to the suspect, you know, if the suspect starts doing things, and not at all with this case. Not at all with this case. They were out for Tyre's blood from the start. He didn't even do anything to get stopped. So people that are saying like, oh, he ran, he shouldn't have ran. No, because then he would have died right there where he first got out of the car, and we wouldn't have got to see the footage of them doing what they did to him, because they were all hiding there. They were you know, blocking the body camera footage and then telling him, oh, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your hands. And they were telling him that for like 5 minutes, like, show me hands, like as they're beating him up. It's crazy. It's not right, and we need justice. So that's gonna do it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. It's KK. Peace.